Tomorrow from 2.
BBC Newcastle, the only place for North East sports.
Bill from Bolden says that Dumbarton moved away from Boghead when they became flush. Thank you, Bill. And that is enough on that topic now, I think. Razor, didn't ask you about the bench for Newcastle, or did the Forest teams? I don't know if you want to summarise that. You have the Forest team as well.
Certainly, on the bench for Newcastle, Alexander Mitrovic, who, as we said, missed out on Tuesday. He's there. Christian Atsu, Modiani, Chetiotti, Vernon Anita, Chancellor Bella, and Matt Sells. Starting up front, the Nottingham Forest banner, Nicholas Bent. He will lead the attack. He's
gotta get out fast. Don't get out fast.
Since joining the club earlier in the season. That was a goal against Fulham in September. In goal, Vladimir Stojkovic. They play with 3 centre-halves and then 2 wing-backs. The 3 centre-halves, Michael Mancienne, who you remember began his career at Chelsea, Matt Mills and Damien Perquis, and then the 2 players in the wing-back positions, Eric Lehigh, formerly of Aston Villa, United States international, and a young player called Matty Cash, who broke his leg earlier in the season and made his return last week at Barnsley. In the midfield, the 3 players, Pachtim Kasami. Do you remember that goal he scored for Fulham at Crystal Palace a few years ago, that volley?
Yes.
They got him nominated for the Puskas Award, I think, for best goal of the year. He plays Thomas Lau, Finnish international, and Henry Lansbury, their captain, and then Ben Osborne, who is an academy product here at Forest. Actually started in Derby's youth system, then came to Forest. He's born in Nottingham, so they're his hometown club. He's behind Nicholas Bent.
Okay, thank you, Razor. Now there's a player that's just going to be remembered for 1 goal, and 1 goal only. It's Pachtim Kasami.
See how that goes once as well.
But that's some goals. It's a volley from the first-time volley from the right-hand side of the area. Kevin's on the line anyway. He's a Liverpool fan, Kevin. Thanks for calling us tonight.
Good evening, lad. You're right.
Oh, thanks, Kevin.
Yeah, I was just driving home actually with the Teesside. I was just driving home for the weekend and listening to your show, and I was astounded to listen to people complaining about Newcastle United. Bill needs to listen. If you know anything about Rafa Benitez, as a Liverpool fan, we've seen Rafa Benitez, I think it was over 100 games. We didn't play the same team twice. He rotates and rotates and rotates. But as a coach, to be honest, I think he's up there with the top 3 managers in the country. If Jurgen Klopp left tomorrow, we'd have him back at Liverpool tomorrow. He's outstanding. Steven Gerrard stated last week, he was asked the question, who was the best manager he played under, and he said without a doubt it was Rafa Benitez.
Really, because there was a lot of rumours that those 2 didn't really get on.
Rafa Benitez made Steven Gerrard the player that he was. He completely turned him round from being somebody who wanted to play right wing, up front, left back, right back, centre half, to a disciplined, controlled footballer. And the season that he played as an old-fashioned inside right behind Fernando Torres is the pair of idiots Americans that we had in charge that season, the battling up to football for the January transfer window. And Bulls is another striker to support Fernando Torres. We don't want the league that season, because those 2 are absolutely outstanding. And Steven Gerrard stated in the same interview that Rafa Benitez got him under control and realised he was just chasing the ball in the schoolyard. But he's an outstanding coach.
So what's your message to Newcastle fans then, maybe even now, just because they've lost 1 league game and gone out the cup and they're starting to doubt it a little bit?
Just stick with him, stick behind him, stick with him. He's also a man of the people. Fantastic man, you know, he did a lot for Liverpool. Supported the Hillsborough Fund, that donated an awful lot of money. People don't realise things about Rafa Benitez, things like that. And he is a man of the people, and you get behind him and support him all the way. As long as the players buy into what he's doing, you'll certainly, if you don't win the league, you'll go up. Without a doubt, because you will not get a better manager managing Newcastle Football Club. I think, to be honest, he's probably the best football manager you ever had in charge of that football club.
Mando, some good response there, Kevin?
I agree with what Kevin has said. You know, I think we will go up under Rafa Benitez. I just, as I said earlier on, I don't understand. You know, we won 9 games on the bounce, and all of a sudden you lose 1 game, and people are It's a major panic. Everybody loses football matches. You know, there's nothing to say that we can't go on another 9-game unbeaten run. You know, where you can go and win another 9 games on the bounce. There's nothing to say that that won't happen. I don't see any panic at all because, as I said, this championship it's a tough league from a physical aspect with all the games that you play. And you're going to lose games along the way. But
what about the character of Peters as well that Kevin's talked about there, and sort of the, I don't know, the fact that he's a man of the people, he called it. You can tell that as well with the way he's connected already with Newcastle and Newcastle
absolutely.
supporters.
Yeah, I think you can see that in the way that he's connected with the football club as well. You know, all of a sudden, what I would say is that Rafa Benitez has given the football club back to Newcastle supporters. I think we lost it for a while. The connection between
I think it's season 4.
You know, last season.
I think. Don't take my word for it. I think it's season 4, season 3.
They paid their season ticket. Yeah, we're here. And, you know, there was no atmosphere within the place. There was no smiling faces. I think all of a sudden Rafa Benitez has given us that back.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Always good to hear from supporters of other teams. Got a Leicester fan, a Liverpool fan on this evening as well. Kevin says, don't worry about Rafa Benitez, he will do a job. Well, a quick chat with John, a Sunderland supporter, before we then focus on Newcastle United. We'll obviously talk to Chris Jones, our Friday night bookie as well. But Newcastle's game at Nottingham Forest, our main focus tonight, of course. Full commentary to come with Razor and Ando. But let's have a quick chat to John first. Hello, John.
Hi, hello, John. I know you haven't. I really like what's going on in the sport out there, because the only point I want to make tonight, I know I've only got a short time, is about supporting your club. You're still supporting your Canada supporter. You do support your club no matter what. I've seen Sunderland lose 100 times, probably 600 times, but it's not about winning or losing, you know, it's about supporting your team.
Yeah.
You go through rough patches, you go through bad patches, but you know, it's a wonderful feeling when you win. And, you know, that's what we're all about. It's about supporting the team. David Moyes is back for support tomorrow. I'm at the stadium right at the moment. And, you know, we'll have 41,000 there tomorrow. We'll have 52,000 the next home game. It's about the supporting the team.
I was going to say, if you're there already, you're certainly supporting them well.
At the end of the day, like John said, you can't you've got to be realistic. Now, Sunderland have turned the corner, I think. I think we'll beat Leicester tomorrow. And I think we're going to beat Swansea. And I think these are the games that we need to win. So the games against Liverpool away are very difficult for anybody. Any good team, even like Manchester City, would struggle at Liverpool. And, you know, you've got to be realistic. Sunderland are going to survive, I think. And we're going to get the English team, and that's the only point I want to make tonight. To all the supporters listening out there, whether they're black and white, red and white, support their team.
Excellent. John, thank you very much. John, rallying call. I like it. Do call us again next time. I'm sure they'll get a bit more time, but as you mentioned there, we are running out of time a little bit this evening. Barry, you're not going anywhere yet because you'll need to give your selection for the weekend. So,
did my selection win last week?
We'll come to that in a moment. Chris Jones, our Friday night bookmaker. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, guys. How are you doing?
Thanks, Chris. Chris Jones from Stan James comes on a Friday, has a look at the weekend's betting odds, gives us a tip or two, and then we play our virtual games to see who knows the most about football or other sports.
Yeah.
And at the moment, it's looking like Chris, but then, you know, last season things were very different, weren't they, Better?
Yes, they were.
They were champion, and we'll see what happens. What we're going to do, Chris, we're a bit in reverse, sort of. We'll leave Forest against Newcastle until the end. It's a bit of a clever production technique, that, because then it'll blend in nicely to Razor and Ando continue the build-up to the 7:45 kickoff, okay?
Okay, no problem.
So ignore it for now, and go straight on to Sunderland against Leicester. Anything that you see of value tomorrow there?
Well, I've heard from the comments, people are saying that Sunderland are a bit of value at 9-4 is home to Leicester. It's 6-5 or 9-4, but I mean 9-4 for Sunderland is home against Leicester. Leicester haven't been playing very well at all this season, have they? So I think that's got to be the value tomorrow. We're mentioning all the time, the bonus book with at least 5 corners goal against home.
I think there'll be some people tempted by Borgia prices, definitely. It's a good price, but again, we've got to play like we played against Hull. Any other football prices that stood out for you, Chris, this weekend that you think people might be interested in?
Well, I did think West Brom are pretty good price 6-5 at home to Watford. They're 5-2, you know, I thought 6-5 wasn't a bad
and then, like you say, they just go and fuck them over, basically.
We at West Ham, we can get 4-1 for West Ham at home, which is another one.
Arsenal a bit of a ropey patch as well, yeah.
Yeah, they did a little bit of pressure obviously after the midweek results. I mean, West Ham haven't been brilliant to be fair with them, but 4-1 I thought was a bit of value maybe.
As far
Yeah.
as rugby's concerned, it's the Falcons against Harlequins on Sunday. That's looking like a pretty tasty encounter. Bearing in mind the Falcons won at Northampton last time out.
Yeah, it's closely matched this one. I mean, the Falcons are played outside as 11 to 10 in the handicap. I mean, it shows how close it is because it's +2 on the handicap and 10 to 11.
They even watched
Good
his,
game that one as well then. So yeah, you might fancy them either outright or on the handicap there. Do you have a horse for us, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, I did say I fancied Irvin last week in the fighting fifth as well, so that went and won it 7-1. But Alvarado in the 155 tomorrow, it's in the Beecher chase. It's actually over the Grand National fences. And it's always had a very good record over the Grand National fences. They're at a very good race first time. 9-1 Alvarado tomorrow.
And we'll be making a note of that.
I just wrote it down
As we
here.
speak, yes. And we'll know that instead of backing that tomorrow. Okay, we'll come back to Newcastle in a moment, as I mentioned. Let's do Keeping Up with the Joneses, though. We just put a virtual £10 on each week and see how the league table looks at the end of the season. At the moment, well, Benno and I are struggling at the bottom. Benno is minus 61.17. And you had a win last week. You did have a win last week at Carlisle, yes, so you caught up a bit. I'm on minus glory there. I'm on minus 60 and 17 pence, so I'm a pound ahead of you. Okay. But Razor let me down last week, didn't you, Razor?
Well, I tried to get something that would give you a big win if it won, and it lost. So,
Well, were you trying your hardest?
no, I really was trying, and actually, rather
That's
than
not what he said, Simon.
Hang on a minute, Chris, yes.
I'm going to stitch you up.
Thank you, yes, hang on a minute. What was this that you said, Razor?
listen, if it doesn't win, it's not my problem. It's not like that.
Doesn't sound to me like talking a bit, Razor.
Well, I tried, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, so that was a loser for me then. Ando, you also had a loser,
noticed
didn't
in the
you?
first
Yeah,
one,
you were a bit unlucky.
he actually saw Snake on the
What was the score?
1-1.
So you're on minus 14.50. And Chris, despite your will not winning at Accrington, which we almost did, is still
Well,
on
I'm
ahead.
up to 90 minutes and just got beat in Accrington scored in the 92nd minute. So never mind, unlucky.
You are still on ahead of plus 61.75. Having a good season.
Psycho Mantis.
So Benno, you're bottom of the league, what
I
you
move
I'm happy
the shoulder
with
with
my
my
3-2.
prowess.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'll give you that.
Fucking
That's
breaking the
good
fourth
one. We're 50
wall,
to win.
man.
2-1's fair off.
He's not trying to cheat this week, is he not?
No, what do you mean? Big
Good
action.
shit.
Okay.
And then in the fourth one they had,
Monday night.
oh no,
Yeah, it's not running, is it?
that's, you're on
Alright.
PS3,
Yeah, it's only
Blu-ray
a
disc.
Monday night, okay. So do you know what's happening on Monday night, Chris?
Forestine Hall.
Yeah, that is happening, but also the Turner Prize. You'll be aware of that, aren't you?
Little fucking
Oh, yes, I am aware of that. Yes, I am, yes.
Yes. What price George's been prized to win the Turner
You get a
Prize?
trophy for jerking off in the locker.
3-1 as well. Hey, can you give me fours? Go on.
Oh, hey.
Can you tell me you give him 4? Give him 4 to
I never did find that locker. Apparently there's a picture of the girl.
No, 4 to 1.
4 to 1 he's given me. Okay. Fair enough. So, yeah, John's been prized to win the Turner Prize. Not that I've got any particular interest in
I never found the sneaky
but fingers crossed. I'm sure you'll all be pleased now. Okay, then. Ando, what are you going for?
What price are the other ones in the Turner Prize?
You're going to oppose me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, go for Michael Dean then, who's from Newcastle.
1 to 7 and the other one.
You know what it is? I haven't even looked, so I'm going to go. I'm going for Carlisle. I'm going to go with what Chris said earlier. I'm going to go with West Brom to beat Watford.
And that's it.
My fucking game's
So yeah, we'll give him 13 to 10.
Thank you. Okay. And what
It's
about
at the
you?
PS4 doesn't
Yeah, I'm
freeze.
with Fulham from Britain. Britain, they're
Why,
away to Fulham,
motherfucker?
and Redden won the last 5, and they're 11 to 4 away to Fulham. So there you go.
Sounds like a decent bit of value as
Now
well.
I've got to
Okay.
fucking start
Thank you
that
very much.
shit
Brian, you
again.
can now leave. You want to go? He's already left. He's already away from the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. But before
That is
you put the phone down, Chris, we want to hear about the game tonight. Any value? Forest against Newcastle. How are you pricing it up? Who might be good for a first goal scorer?
Yeah, I mean, not the first are 7 to 2 to win at home, so you've got to be seeing there the value of even on the Newcastle score itself. Newcastle are 4 to 6, so probably not the value there. The goal's 5 to 2. So if you're looking at Newcastle
think
to win,
so. I'm
Newcastle said
just
before,
gonna look on my phone real quick.
2-0 this season, and that's 15 to 2 to win 2-0. So 7.5 to 1 from to win 2-0. We also mentioned 3-1 always a very popular score. That's 14 to 1 to win
No, he's still not back yet.
And we're looking at goal scorers. I haven't seen the team yet, but we have got Gale at the moment. He's the top price at 7 to 6 for the first goal.
What about Jamal Lascelles, Chris, back at his
Can't believe
old
my
club?
fucking game just went. Where the
Yeah, I
hell
mean,
can
you can actually get 30
Yeah.
for him to score the first goal. So, you know, that would be a fairy tale, wouldn't it? It's 33 to 1.
I'm sure he would enjoy it and celebrate appropriately. He was asked if he would celebrate here at the City Ground if he scored, and he said he would, because Modi Army didn't celebrate when he scored a
That
goal
happens on the fucking
for
all
Newcastle
consoles
on
too,
Tuesday. So
So there must be anything wrong with the celebration. If you score a goal, you should celebrate, shouldn't you?
Well, exactly. That's what you're there to do. That's absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Exactly.
2-0 seems to be quite a value scoreline. 2-0 in 2-0 at Leeds and 2-0 at Derby. 6 times they've won 2-0 this season, so
Exactly, yeah. You just seem to say that they go 1-0 up over there and then just sit back a little bit and then hit somebody on the break and then get the 2-0 win and that's it, game over.
yeah, I agree. That's what they've done in the previous games, Chris. They've gone in front and then they've controlled the game. They've controlled the tempo of the game and the way that the game was played. Hopefully they can do that again here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, another person who's probably a bit of value is Shelby. He's 12 to 1 to score the first goal, obviously after missing that penalty in midweek. He always responds to so 12 to 1 for Shelby to score the first goal.
Thanks very much as always, Chris. Cheers, Chris.
Thanks so much, Chris.
All the best, mate. All the best. Chris Jones there from Stan James, our regular Friday night movie on BBC Newcastle. Total Sport back on Monday evening at 5:30. They're on every weekday night taking your calls on Newcastle and Sunderland. We're 40 minutes away from kick-off here at the City.
Well, whenever you get stuck, just send me an invite to the party, because I've got the game, so I'll be able to help you out, you know.
Action at Nottingham Forest. Forest played last Friday at Barnsley where they won 5.
So even then, what we could do is, like, you start the game at the same time as me, so we're both at the same part, and then if you're stuck on a certain place, it's like...
These games this week affect Newcastle's players physically. If you haven't heard the team, or glad to hear it again, it's coming. Cardalo in goal, he replaces Matt Sells. DeAndre Yedlin is in at right back for Vernon Anita. Jamal Lascelles partners Kieran Clark at centre half, and Paul Dummett is
Yeah, I love that song.
in the left back position. John Joe Shelby and Isaac Hayden will play the holding midfield roles. Then Matt Ritchie, Jose Perez, who comes in for Modi Army, and Johan Gouffran playing behind Dwight Gale, the Championship's leading scorer with 13. And he's got a goal every 86 minutes in the league this season, Dwight Gale, which is the best record of any player in the second tier.
Yeah, well, I'm streaming the football, so that obviously it hasn't started yet. It doesn't start until another 30-something minutes. So that'll obviously last for an hour and a half. So yeah, I'll still be on.
You're going to be able
just
to
give them
talk
a bit more pace. And one thing we said about Nottingham Forest, looking at the
Should be, yeah.
32 goals scored, 32 conceded. So clearly they've had some issues defensively, and they've had to make some changes as
Like
well.
live stream, like on YouTube.
Player who'd come in, and I'm told very good physically, very good in the air. Is
Yeah.
out of the side, so they've had to have a bit of a reshuffle. So maybe with all the changes there and Forest's
Well, that's
defensive problems,
live right now.
perhaps a
Is
bit of
that on
pace
the
down the
TV
right
right now?
hand side.
Yeah, so if you go to the party.
Yeah, I mean, he is quick. He likes to get.
Oh no, I'm watching it. I'm not actually watching it. I'm just listening to it on the radio.
I think you've always got to look to utilise his pace. He
Yeah.
hits well down that right side with Ritchie.
Especially you're on YouTube.
And he'd be
No,
he'd be
I'm
a lot of them because
I'm streaming myself on YouTube on the playroom.
legs would be a little bit fresher than one or two of them on the side tonight. And we were talking at the start of.
So if you go on, well, if you go to the party, then click on my name, and it should say like watch broadcast.
Team that comes back to his old
Yeah.
Jamal Lascelles, the skipper now.
And that's obviously that uses the PlayStation 4 camera.
Cause for concern.
Oh, you gotta have the camera in it?
Yeah.
Won it and prevented penalties, but they
So
made
that
a mess
means
of
you
the
have to
chance.
get on the
Snodgrass, who
camera.
was through on goal.
Yeah.
Lascelles was named man of the match on the BBC website and also in the EFL Cup team of the round. He's very popular with a lot of the Newcastle supporters. They love the passion that he shows. They love, I suppose, the maturity that he showed and the way that he's spoken out and being
Just
very,
about
very
enough room
honest
to
and
get
candid when he's
from that
particularly
door
last
to
season describing Newcastle having.
Sounds like my room.
Does that sometimes mask
one or two issues and frailties in his game? The fact that his attitude's right, and he's clearly somebody who gives everything.
I think it can do, yeah. You know, I think we've
But yeah, I'll definitely still be on when you get back.
He's another one who wears his heart to the sleeve, he plays to the crowd.
Yeah, that's fine.
They see him as one of their own.
I'll see him a little bit soon, boys.
Yeah, definitely. You take it easy.
They can get away with one or two things
I'll see you later.
because of the way that they do things. I thought Mitrovic last week was very, very poor. He wasn't on his own, right? There was a few of them who were poor against Blackburn last weekend. As far as Lascelles is concerned, I thought he got away with the one at the end. He wasn't man of the match for me. But then again, everybody has their own opinion and everybody sees the game differently. I thought first 15 minutes he was poor. I thought he was all over the place. I thought every time he got it, he gave it away. I didn't think he was great, but other people obviously seen it differently, and that's their prerogative. But for me, no, he wasn't man of the match.
And central defence is a position where there do seem to be some issues, particularly regarding crosses and set pieces and balls into the box. I know all season you've said that they haven't really coped with it. They haven't taken charge of the situation when they've been defending that kind of play from the opposition.
Yeah, I don't think we defend crosses into the box very well. I don't think we clear our lines well enough. And I think we've been found out once or twice. But look, I think this is a partnership that's grown. You know, Clark and Lascelles, it's grown. They play together on a regular basis, more or less. I think, you know, I spoke to Nick about Clark when we signed Clark, and I said, I've seen Clark a lot, and he's always on his backside. He's always last ditch. And sure enough, the first game was against Reading. He dives in, he gives the penalty away. I think he's got better. Now, is that down to the fact that he's not under as much pressure, you know? And if we're perfectly honest, this season we haven't been under a great deal of pressure. People said that yes, we've lost games, but we haven't been under pressure for 70 minutes or 60 minutes or whatever that may be. So I think defending has been quite comfortable for us, but in my opinion, I still don't think we've done it well enough.
4 changes for Newcastle tonight. Darlow in goal, Yedlin, Lascelles, Clark and Dummett, Shelby, Hayden, Ritchie, Perez, Gouffran and Gale on the bench, and the subs have just made their way onto the field. Sells, Mbemba, Anita, Tiotti, Diani, Atsu and Mitrovic. Newcastle 2 points clear at the top of the championship, so a victory would extend their lead over second top Brighton to 5 points. Reading back in 3rd position in the league. They are 6 points behind Newcastle as things stand. Nottingham Forest 17th in the table. They got 22 points from their 18 games. They won 4 times here at home. 4-3 twice against Burton on the opening day and then against Wigan. They've also beaten Leeds and Birmingham at the City Ground. However, despite winning their last 2 matches, both away from home, they'd only had 1 victory in their previous 11 before that. So a little bit of a revival from Forest, but longer term, it's not been great for them. And listening to some of the media that cover Forest on a regular basis, they say that it's only really been the last couple of weeks when they've started to have a bit of faith in their manager, Philippe Montagnier, a Frenchman who came into the club in the summer. So they've not had necessarily the best start, clearly very inconsistent. But when you look at their team, Ando, there are a lot of players there who are clearly very talented, some who played at a higher level. There's some internationals in there, not least Nicholas Bednar, who leads the attack. And we've seen some enigmas at Newcastle United over the years. Say there's a couple of them now. Maybe John Joe Shelby fits that bill. Enigma is certainly a word that fits Nicholas Bednar.
Absolutely, yeah. When he first arrived at Arsenal, people talking great things about him. I don't think he's ever really fulfilled that potential. Has he had that hunger to fill that potential? No, you would probably say no. Every other club that he's been to since Arsenal, he looks like he's fallen out with. And he's ended up here at Forest, and he's got an opportunity. I thought Son Belonga would have played tonight. Big, strong, quick. Thought he would have brought him in. He hasn't. He's left him on the bench, and I'd say I'm thankful for that. But it's an opportunity for Bentner, but he's never convinced me. You know, he's never convinced me that he's hungry enough.
Yeah, Bentner, 28 years of age now, 72 caps for Denmark, scored 29 goals at international level. He, like I say, is the man who spearheads the Forest attack. In goal, Vladimir Stojkovic. He is a Serbian international, so a colleague of Alexander Mitrovic. Both played for their countries. He kept a clean sheet against Germany in the World Cup in South Africa in 2010. Did Stojkovic. 3 centre-halves for Forest tonight. Bit of a reshuffle at the back, as I mentioned, because Joe Worrell got an injury in training yesterday. Danny Fox also drops out of the team. He was playing left wing back. So Eric Lehigh, the United States international, formerly of Aston Villa, will play at left wing back. And then Matty Cash, who is a midfielder, a youngster, 19 years of age, came from the Forest Academy, will play right wing back. And the 3 centre-halves, Michael Mancien, who was a Chelsea youngster, then spent 3 years at Hamburg in Germany before coming to Forest. Matt Mills, he will play at centre-half. He'll play in the middle of the 3. And then Damian Perkis, who is a Polish international, 32 years of age, came to Forest from Toronto in the summer. They're 3 central players. Well, Thomas Lamb, Finnish international midfielder, who's actually a defender by trade, but plays in front of the back 4, will occupy that role in the team tonight. Pajtim Kasami, who's on loan to Forest from Olympiakos, the former Fulham player, once scored the winner at the Stadium of Light against Sunderland, when Sunderland were managed by Paolo Di Canio. And then Henry Lansbury, their captain. This is a wicked game for Nottingham Forest tonight, and then he will be expected to get forward from midfield, but supporting Nicholas Bentner in the main will be Ben Osborne, a 22-year-old attacking midfielder. His first goal for Forest is one that they'll remember because it was a winner in the derby against Derby at the iPro Stadium last year. And that's Forest's next game, actually, the East Midlands derby next Sunday. So a team there, I think, a bit like Blackburn, actually, with a lot of experienced players who have played higher, and they find themselves at the other end of the table.
Yeah, I mean, they're at the wrong end of the table. They 2 good wins last couple of weeks. Both of them away from home, scored 7 goals. Interesting that they're playing with 3 centre-backs, because it's going to be interesting to see how these 3 centre-backs cope, because we only play with 1 up top. You know, so who's going to pick them up? And the other 2, or one of the other 2, are they going to be good enough and bright enough to say, well, there's only 1 up there, I'm going to step into midfield. I'll be prepared to bring the ball out. So, you know, I always find it, it's an interesting one for me when people play 3 centre-backs against a side who only play 1 up top.
I'm told, again, by the media that cover Nottingham Forest, that long balls, high balls into the box cause them all sorts of problems. So
it should be interesting tonight, actually.
Well, John Joe Shelby's done that a few times, hasn't he? And Dwight Gale's profited at Norwich, and there was the one against Brentford as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, I mean, Matt Mills is a big centre-back, goes and attacks things with, you know, he's not the most mobile, but he's a big lad, goes and attacks the ball well. So if that's where their weak point is, I think you've got to play on that, you know. And we've got players who can deliver. You've mentioned Shelby, Richie. He doesn't need to go by people, he can just stick it in there. He's got quality on his right and his left. He can put it into an area that can ask questions of them. Paul Dunn, back in at left back. I think Dunn has got a good left foot. I think he can deliver. I think he needs to accept a bit more responsibility, and I've said that. When he joins in, he looks to give it to other people. He doesn't want to accept that responsibility, I don't feel. And he's good enough to do it. You know, he's good enough to go and deliver it in there. So he needs to take a little bit more responsibility on his shoulders, and when he gets into those situations, I'm going to stick it in there. There you are, I'm putting it in there. I'm not trying to pick people out, I'm just putting it into an area.
BBC Newcastle Radio for the North East. We're live at the City Ground. Kick-off 25 minutes away. Nottingham Forest against Newcastle United in the Championship. The United team, Carl Darlow in goal, DeAndre Yedlin, Jamal Lascelles, the skipper, Kieran Clark and Paul Dummett, John Joe Shelby and Isaac Hayden, Matt Ritchie, Ayoze Perez, Johan Gouffran behind Dwight Gale. Yedlin, Darlow, Dummett and Perez are the players who come in. Sells Anita, Lazar and Diarmi are the players who drop out of the side. The bench for Newcastle tonight: Matt Sells, Chancellor Mbemba, Vernon Anita, Cech Diotti, Mo Diarmi, Christian Atsu and Alexander Mitrovic. Let's hear from one of the players who is in the starting 11. Matt Ritchie has been speaking to us this week. He says losing on penalties at home on Tuesday was a painful way to go out of the cup.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a great opportunity to progress in the competition. And as you said, I thought we was the better team throughout. Got a goal, and obviously, I think if we could have hung on in there for a minute or so before those counter-attacks and the other in the score, we've probably seen it through, but it wasn't to be. We've got to let that pass and focus on the league and Friday night.
That was the first time you'd played a Premier League team this season, and even though Hull are near the bottom, we've got some experienced international players. So can you take a lot of heart and encouragement from just how well you did against a side that's clearly talented?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's gives the group a lot of confidence to show that we can compete at that level. And as you say, I think we've dominated the game. So shows that we've got a strong team, strong squad, and we're striving to get to the Premier League. But at the moment, the job is the Championship, and we need to make sure that we continue to pick up results in the Championship.
You don't have a great deal of time to recover and get ready for Friday night, but have you been doing anything different in training? Have you had to ease off a little bit because you had that extra 30 minutes on Tuesday?
Yeah, for sure. The training's been very light, but a lot of recovery. So yeah, the focus has been on tomorrow night. Hopefully we can be fresh. We're athletes at the end of the day, so we're ready for the battery the body gets. But yeah, no, it's a big game and we're looking forward to it.
Do you like playing on Friday night because you almost get your jab in first, don't you, ahead of the likes of Brighton and Reading?
To be honest with you, I don't think the group's looking at it like that. We just concentrate on our games. Hopefully we can pick up 3 points.
Forest, I suppose, a bit like Blackburn last weekend, have got some, again, very good players who've got a lot of Premier League experience, but they're at the other end of the table to you. What do you make of the challenge they'll pose?
I think they're a strong side. As you say, they've got a lot of experience, a lot of good players, and they're going to be a strong force. So one that we're ready for, one that we're prepared for, and hopefully we can have the better of them on the night.
In what way is the pressure different away from home? Because when everyone comes to St James's Park, obviously you've got 50,000 fans behind you, but you've got an away team who are hell-bent on winning, as we saw with Blackburn. But when you go away, obviously, you haven't got the majority of the support. And when Newcastle come to town, it's a big day, a big night for the home team.
Yes, for sure. I don't think the pressure's the same, because the pressure's any different, because the pressure is always 3 points. I think the away games maybe teams do obviously it's home game for them, so they're a little bit more expansive and maybe find a few more gaps. Home games, teams tend to come to St James's, but they're a little bit more defensively and set up and ready to be sort of attacked by us. But that's our challenge. We need to break down these teams, and I'm sure, as I say, throughout the season so far we're sitting where we want to be sitting. We need to continue to stay there, and hopefully at the end of the season we'll get where we are.
You only conceded 3 goals away from home in the league all year, so defensively away from home you've obviously been getting something right.
Yeah, for sure. Credit goes to the whole team for that record. The work we do in training, pressing from the front, good shape, and I think that the defensive, a good platform is key, and that's obviously what we've had the last few weeks.
BBC Newcastle, live at the best events in the North East.
Ding dong merrily on high, in Durham the bells are ringing. Christmas markets I do spy, there's kids with lanterns singing. Join me, Alfie Joy, as my own city hosts an award
then talking ahead of the game tonight here at Forest, he also admitted, Ando, that his own form has dipped in the last few weeks. He's a bit frustrated. He's frustrated with his goal return. He's got 4 in 19 appearances since his move to Newcastle. He's still obviously an influential player and an important player, but do you agree with his honest assessment that perhaps his standards have dropped recently?
Yeah, to a degree. I think his work rate's still there, and his the way he goes about it is. I don't think you can ever question his endeavour. Just a little bit of lack of quality at this moment in time. A little bit of quality that was there earlier in the season just isn't there at this moment in time. So, but he'll keep working on it. He's a good player. He's an honest player, and he'll come back.
And definitely the kind of player that can make a difference and has made a difference many times this season.
Yeah. I think you always need somebody who's got that quality. As I said earlier, he's one of those players who doesn't need to go past people. He can deliver from wide areas. If people stand off, he'll just take one touch and he'll stick it in there. On the other hand, he can take people on and then he can deliver. But his quality of ball into the box is excellent. I think he puts it into an area where you want people to go and attack it. It's been lacking in the last few games, but as I say, everybody has a little dip. But there's no doubt in my mind that it'll come back.
Richie, along with John Joe Shelby and Ben Osborne of Nottingham Forest, are leading the way as far as assists are concerned in the Championship this season. They've all set up 5 goals each. Here at the City Ground, feels a little bit sleepy. Feels like it's just waiting for something to happen, waiting for things to get going. It's a Friday night. I don't know whether that will affect the home attendance. But still, I mean, a bit like Hull the other night, and we know there are reasons why their attendance wasn't so large, mainly because they only gave Newcastle 2,500 tickets, and United have sold out their allocation of 2,002 tickets here tonight. But you just wonder, even though it's Newcastle and they're 2 big clubs and 2 of the best supported clubs in this division, do you think the home fans are really up for this one? Because they're just trickling in at the moment.
Yeah, I think the fact that it's a Friday night, I have to say I'm not a lover of Friday night games. Our opening game of the season was on a Friday night away at Fulham, and that was similar. We got caught cold that night as well. We didn't play well. I think it was one of those where we thought we just had to go and we had to play and we'd win the game because of everything that was said about us being strong favourites to win this division. I think that was a wake-up call for us. But the fact that's a Friday night, I don't know. I don't know whether people are buying into it. I don't know whether people are buying into Friday night football or what have you. But I mean, there's not many in here. I thought there'd be a real good crowd in here tonight for this. As you rightly say, 2 big clubs, 2 well-supported clubs, and I thought it'd be a decent crowd in here. But what are we? 15 minutes? Yeah. Not 15 minutes, but I mean, you'd say what? Stadium's not even quarter full at this moment.
Yeah, maybe they're all inside just trying to keep warm, although it's not actually that cold. If they're not buying into Friday night football, they're definitely not buying into Thursday night football based on the number of people that were at QPR last night when they played Wolves, about 12,000 in the Championship. But yeah, you just have to play.
Well, you have to play when you play. Yeah, that's the thing. They decide when you're going to play. You've got to go along with that. I mean, and you would say that the journey down here today wasn't great. It took an awful lot longer. It probably took twice as long as it usually takes to get down here. Friday, we all know what the traffic's like on a Friday. A lot of congestion and whatnot. So it wasn't the best of journeys down, but I'm still not sure whether Friday night football's going to pop on or not.
Is there any advantage to be had in playing first this weekend?
There is if you win.
Yeah, Brighton and Cardiff tomorrow. Reading are away to Fulham. They're the 2 closest teams to Newcastle. So if they can extend the lead to 5 points, then it's over to you, Brighton.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the only thing you'd say is if you win, of course, you've got the upper hand because all of a sudden the pressure is then back on Brighton, it's then back on Reading to go and for them to win their games tomorrow because they know exactly what we've done tonight. That's the only thing you can take out of it is the fact that the bonus is there if you win. We all know we win tonight, we go 5 points clear, and then it's over to Brighton to go and do whatever they can do at Cardiff tomorrow. So, but first, I think I don't think you can worry about anybody else, right? I think we've got to concentrate on ourselves. We've got to make sure we do what we've been doing well away from home all season, and we've been good away from home. Defensively, we've been excellent away from home. Our defensive record is so much better away from home than it has been at home, and I think that's because Rafa
Piano Mike, how's it going?
a little bit more cautious away from home. He doesn't say we're not set up as open. We're not as fluent, but we get the job done. You know, so. But I suppose my one concern would be the fact that we played last Saturday, we played Tuesday, we had that long game on Tuesday, 120 minutes. You just wonder how much that actually took out of the players, and it's a quick turnaround, you know, and as we say, Forest haven't played since last Friday as well, so you just wonder what's that's taken out of us.
Rafa Benitez has made 4 changes to his team tonight. Cardano comes in for Matt Sells in goal. DeAndre Yedlin replaces Vernon Anita as right back. Paul Dummett comes in at left back for Ashraf Lazar. Jamal Lascelles and Kieran Clark continue at centre half. John Josh Charlie and Isaac Hayden play again in the holding midfield roles. Then Matt Ritchie, Jose Perez, who is in for Mo Diarmi, and Yarn Gufran behind Dwight Gale. On the bench, Sells, Mbemba, Anita, Tiotti, Diarmi, Atsu and Mitrovic. You're listening to BBC Newcastle Radio for the North East. We'll have commentary from here at the City Ground in just over 10 minutes' time. The Nottingham Forest boss, Philippe Montagnier, has described Newcastle as the best in the Championship.
Well, if you didn't like it, you know what you can do, you know.
The last 5 games, except the last game for sure. 6 games, they won 5 games. No, it's a great team, it's a great and big manager. Challenge very tough, but very exciting to take him.
How difficult is it for you to try and work out a way past a team that have just run riot really this season? They've knocked teams out, you know, week after week after week. How difficult is it for you to navigate a way past a team like that?
The most difficult now is Newcastle, the next opponent. Sure, we have a good dynamic. The last 2 games, we keep going on, but the problem that we will have is the opponent and Newcastle. It's the most difficult.
They have lost their last 2 though. They lost to Blackburn last week and then lost on penalties this week in the League Cup. Does that make this the best time to play them or the worst time to play them?
I can tell you.
See you later. Ta-ra. I don't care, mate. I do it for me. I'm having fun, so.
They lose the game. They draw. After they lose.
See you later.
Not the game. For that, it's a great performance to draw in our city. But I think they have a very good, great, and big squad. That is not a problem. Perhaps it was an accident for them.
Philippe Montagnier, the Forest boss, speaking to BBC Radio Nottingham. It's part of the psychology of it all, isn't it? Everyone is putting loads of praise at Newcastle, best team in the league. You heard some of the terms that were used there, knocked everybody out. Everyone is just almost... It's just become part of the language that's used this season, that Newcastle are the best team in the Championship. Everyone's describing them as promotion favourites. Like I say, it's psychological as much as anything, isn't it? Bigging up Newcastle, building them up. But do you also think that there is a bit of a fear factor as well when Newcastle roll into town?
Absolutely. I don't think these people are telling lies. You know, I think they honestly believe that we are the best side in this division, and I believe we're the best side in this division. You know, I think, and that brings added pressure. Of course it does, because everybody wants your scalp. You're the side that everybody wants to be. Up to now, you know, we went on that 9-game unbeaten run. We slipped up last week at home to Blackburn. Did Blackburn outplay us? Did they? No, you wouldn't say that they outplayed us. Has anybody outplayed us this season? You would say, no, nobody's really outplayed us. Nobody's had more of the ball. But it's look, is it psychological? No, I think when players are in that tunnel and they see us and they see those black and white shorts, I think there's a little bit of a fear factor there, because they know that we are the favourites for promotion, and I think players in their heart of hearts know that we are the best side in the division.
2 points clear at the top. Top scorers in the league as well with 36 goals. Newcastle United averaging 2 a game. 18 played so far. Also got the third best defence. 14 conceded. Who do you think's got a better defence in the Championship than Newcastle this year? 2 clubs.
2 clubs?
Yeah. It's not Forest.
No, I was going to say definitely not Forest.
Brighton.
I was going to say Brighton if you won, yeah.
Other one might surprise you. It's Derby. You let in only 13. 2 of those were against Newcastle. So, third best defence, but they've only conceded 3 times away from home this season, Newcastle. Jermaine Beckford at Preston, the late goal equaliser at Aston Villa, and then Matt Smith of Fulham on the opening day of the season, their only other appearance on Friday night. So many of those statistics augur well for this evening's game. Darlow in goal, Yedlin, Lascelles, Clark and Dummett, Shelby and Hayden, Ritchie, Perez, Gouffran behind Dwight Gale, Sells and Bemba, Anita, Tiotti, Diami, Atsu and Mitrovic on the bench for Newcastle United. The team was picked as always by this man, Rafa Benitez. He was pleased with much of what he saw at home, but no, switching off for a few seconds after scoring on Tuesday night proved costly.
I think after the game everybody was disappointed, but the way that we played against a Premier League team, I think we have to take the positive though. We did really well, we had a lot of chances, and we didn't manage well this minute after the scores. This is what we have to learn and to improve. When you are playing against 10 players, you have to be sure that you do the right things and then you control the game.
So have you been focusing on that, just that concentration and defensively been looking at things in the last couple of days?
We didn't have too much time. We were talking about that, but we have to concentrate on Nottingham Forest and then try to analyze what they do, how they do things. They are doing well now, scoring goals, and tactically we have been working on that, and emotionally, if you want, we have been talking about how to show this control of the games, this character and personality that we need to show in special games.
It'll be your third game in 6 days and you have an extra 30 minutes on Tuesday. Do you think that energy sapping extra time will be a problem, or is that highlighting the reason why you have a big squad because you play so many games?
Yeah, obviously it's not ideal, but we try to manage the situation, we try to cope with that. So if we have to change our players, we will do it, but you cannot change all the team. So some players, they will play 3 games in 6 days, as you say, with extra time. It will not be easy for them, but we have to accept that it's like this.
Do you like the idea of playing on Friday night and playing ahead of your rivals in the league, or does it not really bother you?
No, I'm not worried. The other thing is that if you play on Friday, it could be Saturday or Sunday, and it will be easier for us in terms of recovery, but at this time, I think at the end of the season, obviously, it's important, but now it's not important.
Nottingham Forest score a lot of goals, but they concede a lot of goals, and if you look through their squad, they've got some experienced players, some internationals. Are you surprised to see them at the other end of the table?
Yeah, I think it's a good team, and as you say, they have some good players and they are scoring a lot of goals, but balance, and still they don't have this regularity that you need to be consistent and stay there. So I think it's a good team, but hopefully, as I always say, they can start winning after our game.
It's an old ground with a lot of history, and I suppose you'll remember from when you were younger, Nottingham Forest is a club that won things in England, but also those back-to-back European Cups.
Yeah, I'm quite old, so I have good memories. Yeah, no, I remember that they were doing well in Europe too. Yes.
And away from home this season, obviously you picked up some really good results, but defensively you've been really strong. Just 3 goals conceded in the league away from home. How much has that in particular pleased you, how tight you've been and how the whole team has defended well?
That is the key. The team as a team has to defend, so when we make a mistake, it has to be the team that has to learn from that. I think we saw great personality in the way and good organization of the team, so when understanding between players is good. That is,
Nah, he's still not back, mate.
playing is a team that is scoring a lot of goals now, so hopefully we can do well and we can score lots of goals.
He sent me it as well earlier on.
The 23s forge ahead on their road to Wembley in the first of the knockout rounds in the
Chris Rocket, fuck you as well.
Very, very determined punch. Absolutely desperate win.
So how's it going anyways, mate? What you been doing?
Nick Barnes and former Sunderland player Michael Proctor will have the whole 90 live of Wolves Sunderland Monday night, straight after Total Sport.
BBC Newcastle, the only place for North East sport.
North East Sport.
Matthew Racebeck and Black
I'm just I'm streaming at the moment. I'm just
The pre-match thoughts.
just listening to the Newcastle match on the radio.
As the two teams make their way out onto the
Got some idiot fucking trying to troll me at the moment, but
tracksuit tops on. Newcastle
I just tell them all the same. If they don't like it, they know where they can go, innit?
tracksuit tops on. And the two groups of players shake hands.
Yeah, I've just got another picture of
The officials are out
guys.
tonight. Stephen
He's on to the second pint by the looks of it.
shown any red cards this season yet, Stephen Martin. You remember him from Newcastle's EFL Cup win over Cheltenham by 2-0 in August. Ian Cooper and David Avent are the assistants. The fourth official tonight is Andy Warmer. The Forest mascot is out on the pitch as well with a big red flag with the Forest crest all on in white. The ground has filled up in the last 5 minutes or so. Probably 4/5 full, I would say.
Yeah, decent crowd in. It's not a sellout by a long way. I mean, there's still
Is that Chris Rocket fucked off from the stream, is he? Because it's gonna be fucked. Can't even be fucking asked to fucking kick them out the stream.
I would say. But again, does that come back down to the fact
Fuck off!
that tonight,
That's all I've got to say. You're fucking pissing us off.
should be a good one.
What's what you up to at the minute, like, Matt?
Both sides have scored goals.
What you up to at the moment?
Ball in the back of the net. Forest obviously very fragile defensively as well, because they conceded the same number of goals that they've let in. So, you know, hopefully we can continue our good away form. Or as I said earlier, our away form this season has been.
Yeah, Chris Rocket, I'm getting really fucking pissed off with you chatting shit.
Two of them are in the lower section of the bridge.
I will just ban you. I don't care if I've got anybody watching us. I couldn't give a flying fuck.
At the City Ground and at the left from where we sit the Trent end here and just
Go and find somebody else. Go and find somebody else to stream to fucking chat shit, because you're not getting anywhere, you are, mate.
proximity to the Trent Bridge of Nottinghamshire County Cricket Club. It is a sporting city and we're all rising to our feet here at the moment just as Jamal Lascelles and Matt Mills stand in the centre circle and do the coin toss with the referee. You'll hear everyone pushing just around us. There will be a period of reflection for the events in South America this week. We paid our respects on Tuesday at Hull, and we're going to do the same again here at the City Ground tonight.
So that's a bit shit. Did you hear about that, mate? The plane crash in Colombia. No, it was the other day there was a plane crash in aye. It's a bit shit like, innit? Knee bar, mate. I'm not stripping, mate. So you've joined the wrong Join the wrong fucking stream, yeah, bro.
Very well observed. Minutes silence.
Some guys just gay. That's all he's saying. Then he just turns around, he's strip. It's like fuck off.
Move away from the centre.
Maybe after I've drank this bottle of fucking rum, I might start stripping off. Aye, but I'm not gonna start stripping off now.
Ray Thompson, the kit man, and head back out onto the pitch. Nottingham Forest in red shirts, white shorts, and red socks. Vladimir Stojkovic in goal. Michael Mansi and Matt Mills, Damien Perkis, three centre halves. Eric Lehigh and Matty Cash are the Forest wing backs.
I'm not gay. You're the one that's fucking gay, telling us to take me clothes off and that, you fucking idiot. Use your head. Use your head before you fucking open your fucking gob, man.
Jojo Shelby, Isaac Hayden, Matt Ritchie, Jose Perez, and Jan Gufran behind Dwight Gale, who has the yellow ball at his feet. Top of the championship here at the home of the side in 17th position. A victory will see Rafa Benitez's team go 5 points clear at the top of the table ahead of Brighton. Stephen Martin, the referee, blows us underway in Newcastle in black and white stripes.
The referee blows us, what?
Boot socks kick us off, going
Did I just shout out right?
kicking towards the Trent end and defending the Bridgeford stand where those 2,000 away supporters are housed.
But aye, Chris Rocket, you can continue chatting your shit, cause I just frankly don't give a flying fuck.
To the left, two strong bounces once and behind for a Forest goal kick. Yeah, it was a decent start, just kept it. Hayden tries to play a John Joe Shelby type pass.
'Cause he'll eventually get bored, won't he?
Going to get on the end now. Stojkovic lines up the goal kick, all in blue. The serve. Carl Darlow, back to his former club wearing green tonight. Hayden, the block challenge in midfield. Ball goes the way of Forest. It's a throw in 5 yards short of the halfway line on the right hand side. Two managers stand in their technical areas. Philippe Montagnier, the 52-year-old Frenchman, in a tracksuit with a big thick coat on. Rafa Benitez in a dark suit. Kieran Clark wins ahead for Newcastle. Gufran gets the flick on. Perez is there, rather waited for the ball. It was taken off him by Kasami, and Forest keep possession. And now have it on the left-hand side. It's Lehigh. Ball down the line. Turned out of play by Lascelles. Nottingham Forest throw. On the left.
So our football team do support like Matt.
Wait for it to be returned from the supporters in the Brian Clough stand. Another ball down the line. And too much on it. Missed its intended target, and it's a Newcastle throw in the corner. Far right-hand side as we look. 0-0, BBC Newcastle, radio for the North East live at the City Ground. Got the whole of Sunderland against Leicester tomorrow, live from 3. DeAndre Yedlin taking a while over the throw-in, eventually releases the ball, and it's picked up by a red shirt and played through to no one in particular, and Booze will tell you it's another Forest old boy, Carl Darlow, who currently has the ball in his hands, and he drops it at his feet and starts to walk it to the edge of the area, then plays a low pass with his right foot to Kieran Clark, short to Newcastle midfielder John Joe Shelby. His 38th appearance for the Magpies. Shelby scored 3 goals all this season. Now here's Hayden.
Alright.
Lascelles and Clark. Paul Dummett gets a touch on the ball to Shelby, into Clark. A bit like Tuesday night, Newcastle having the ball at the back. Home team playing.
What you up to at the minute, like?
Not a great deal of pressure on Newcastle, so they'll just knock it around. And
What you up to at the moment?
here's Shelby now on the left side, deep diagonal ball, good ball as well, across to DeAndre Yedlin. Brings it down with the foot and plays it back to Hayden. Shelby further forwards now. Perez in the midfield, he goes backwards to Hayden.
Where's the Call of Duty Ghost mask?
Back in on himself and picks out Shelby. Scoops a high ball into the corner. Ritchie chasing. It goes behind for a goal kick. 0-0.
See, I used to do that. Now, you stream with me Call of Duty Ghost Mask, but in the end I just thought, fuck it, you know.
Put a bit of pressure on the ball, they're starting to squeeze a little bit. On that occasion, Shelby's picked it up midway inside the Forest half. Just trying to scoop one over the top for the run of Richie. It was too straight, too much pace, and it was always running out for a goal kick.
And the goal kick is taken, it's kept in on this near side by Henry Lansbury of Forest. Osborne putting Darlow under pressure, chasing from kick slices out to the right, bounces once.
It's took us a while to get it all. Obviously, all around me other walls I've got the Newcastle shirts. I've got them in a picture frame, and they're all signed off all the players and that, you know.
Down the line, here it comes. Bettler tries to flick on, DeAndre Yedlin wins it. Battle between two former
Cheers.
players now played back to the keeper, Gale, applying the pressure.
Got it all set, all properly set out and everything, you know.
Knock it into the stand, so it's Newcastle ball now. Yedlin with a throw to Hayden, back to the American, and now Lascelles. A little turn, and Shelby
What you're going to watch like?
looks out to the right hand side again. Yedlin heads it forwards, and on a side flag there against
Yeah.
just coming back from an offside position. Forest free kick.
Yeah, it's a shame because it was a decent little header by Yedlin. Good ball played out wide by Shelby. Yedlin
I haven't watched EastEnders for a while now.
put a flicked header into the path.
The last time I watched it,
Richie, but as you say, Fraser, he was just
was it the last time I watched it? Phil was going after that Christian. He was gonna smash him up with his metal baseball bat.
High left hand side towards
Phil's walking down the street. You touch my boy! You touch my boy! 'Cause apparently that Christian touched Ben or something.
clear by Yedlin. Perez down for Shelby, back to Perez.
And then
10 yards.
obviously Phil's gone to smash him up. He's smashing because he was that Christian. He was obviously going out with that Pakistani bloke, wasn't he?
Treating a free kick was given for a foul in.
So obviously Phil's smashing the house, smashing the window, he's smashing the window with the fucking metal baseball bat, climbing through, and he's smashing the house up and that.
Newcastle, and there have been no goals so far. Here's Jamal Lascelles, gets his head up. Plays the ball
Yeah.
where it came from, which is Kieran Clark, his central defensive partner. Clark now steps over the halfway line, diagonal ball looking for Gale,
Oh, yeah.
who showed some interest, stopped, and then the ball went behind.
Yeah, Mancian was very tight on him. He's trying to roll man.
Danny Dyer's in EastEnders, isn't he?
Was always going to run out for a goal kick. Not an awful lot happening, is there, in this opening, 6-7 minutes?
Yeah, slow start to the game, no chances at all.
So after
Free kick for
after that, are you gonna
the 9th season in a row.
after you watch EastEnders, are you gonna be back on, are you?
Unbroken run in the second tier, currently relegated from the Premier League. Forest in 1999.
It's almost 8 o'clock.
Spell in the middle.
Another 6 minutes.
Here is Eric Lehigh, the left back. Ball with his right foot out to the right hand side. And they just failed to keep it in through Matty Cash. The 19-year-old sees the ball come off his shin. And out for a Newcastle throw. Lascelles under pressure from Osborne on the edge of the area. Manages to find Dummett. He knocks it down the line. It stayed in despite appeals from the Forest fans. Now Gale does well to win it for Gouffran.
If it was me, I'd be straight fucking up there, mate.
Now half the field. Lascelles just on the edge of the D. Low ball to DeAndre Yedlin down the line. Matt Ritchie gets in touch with his right foot, plays it backwards with his left. Lascelles now, a bit more room ahead of him, some space. Shelby's in space as well. Carries it forwards through the centre circle. Again looking for the run of Yedlin on the right hand side. Yedlin skips infield away from Lehigh. Yedlin into the penalty area. What a powerful pacey run this is from the American. He stopped in his tracks and Forrest bring it clear through his compatriot Lehigh. But that was a good burst by DeAndre Yedlin. That's the pace that we know he's got.
The trouble is that when he's going at that pace, he hasn't got the ball under control. He's going at 100 miles an hour. The ball is bouncing around everywhere. Good break into the box, but the ball was always getting away from. Easily cleared in the end by Forrest. A bit of excitement from Newcastle, a player who can certainly provide that. DeAndre Yedlin.
14th appearance for the Magpies tonight, with a 23-year-old. They cut in field and then ran towards the box. The free kick, which Forest won, is headed down by Kieran Clark, but the home pick it up. And a driven ball on the diagonal there, looking for Cash. And Carl Darlow saves, coming in round the back. The right wing back hit it first time with his right foot. It was straight at Darlow, who flicked it away with his left arm. And unlike Madsen on Tuesday, there was no opposing player following up, fortunately for Newcastle, who won a free kick in the right back position to relieve some of the pressure. But the first proper chance in the game goes to Forest. Diagonal ball.
No, sure.
Around the back, saved by Darlow. An orthodox save by Darlow. I mean, I don't think he knew a great deal about it. He seemed to go down early, and the ball's just hit him. Well, he's coming in around the back. It's a great ball. It's a great diagonal ball that beats.
See, I used to watch this thing.
Darlow goes down. Decent save in the end.
Basically.
Cash is a midfielder normally.
I can't remember the name of it, but it was like like an American Special Forces, and basically they go around and like they challenge all the special forces from around the world to to prove who's the best. And obviously they've got like different like assault courses, and obviously they've got to like take out a fucking like a sniper tower and stuff, and then like sorry, man.
Had one on Tuesday in Hull, Richardson, which didn't miss the goal by much. The keeper there just stepping away as the shot was taken, so he would that would indicate that he had it covered. But that's Newcastle's first shot at the Forest goal, so an attempt from either side, but 0-0 after 11 minutes here on BBC.
Another thing I used to quite like watching, I'm just listening to it on the radio, Matt.
Hayden, under pressure from two players, but gets away from both.
I prefer, obviously when I don't go to the matches, because I do go to quite a lot of the Newcastle matches, you know. But when I don't go to the match, I prefer to watch it. I mean, I prefer to listen to it on the radio compared to watching it. It's just because obviously, like the people that's commentating like the game, they actually used to play for Newcastle, so they know what they're talking about, you know. Whereas when you're watching it on Sky, they can't even pronounce half the players' names, or they don't even know who they are and stuff. Aye. And like the way I see it as well, mate, is obviously you've got to subscribe. You've got to subscribe to like the Sky Sports, don't you? Obviously, it's an extra package. But what I find it's just cheaper just to go to the match.
Here is John Joe Shelby, again getting it deep and looking to pick someone out. It's Dwight Gale. Back to Shelby.
No, I don't have the Sky Sports, but we've got the Sky downstairs, but obviously we don't have the Sky Sports. Welcome back. But I do have an Android. I do have an Android box. So I could stream. Yeah, I could watch it, but just like I say, I just prefer to listen to it on the radio. At least then, obviously, if I'm because when I listen to it on the radio, I start the Playroom, start streaming and that. Whereas if I was actually watching the match, I wouldn't be able to see the comments, would I? See, yeah, well, basically when I first got the Android box, I turned the camera around so you could see the match on the TV. Yeah. Have you never heard of one? Have you never heard of one of those before? It's basically.
fencing by Stojkovic. Newcastle throw on the right hand side.
Wasn't the greatest goalkeeper in the world. It's a ball played in. Gale's made the run, but the goalkeeper, I'm not too sure what he's doing. Just goes and punches it away. Really should be just grabbing hold of it.
Forrest have it on the left. Bentler, styling challenge by Matt Ritchie. The referee has given a free kick to Nottingham Forest. Looked like Ritchie got the ball there as well, and that's the point that he's making to Stephen Martin. But there is a player on the...
I've been to Birmingham on the train.
The referee says it was a foul, so...
Been to Birmingham on the train. Got off at Birmingham New Street.
Nottingham Forest have a free kick. 0-0 after a quarter of an hour here.
It's identical to the one at the other end, wasn't it? At least the referee's been consistent.
See, I didn't really go very far. Just got off the train, went outside for a few smokes.
So this is something for Newcastle to defend. Darlow is standing on his 6-yard line.
Seems legit, like.
Outside the box now, everyone drops back into Newcastle's area. Player free at the back. Clark heads it away. Mills is the man who is available. Comes to him now. The central defender is crossing to Paul Dummett, and Gale's able to bring it away for Newcastle. That's a good ball out across to the right. Perez takes it on and then flicks it out to Ritchie. Newcastle heading forward up to the final third of the field. Perez back to Ritchie. Throw on the ball. Forrest and Hayden goes back to Clark. Shelby, Gale on the edge of the area. Dummett wide left. Opportunity.
I was going to say Newcastle's right at the top, pretty much, right next to Scotland.
Step over, then a low cross with his left foot, which is turned clear by Mills. Shelby brings it down and flicks it away to Hayden, looking for Yedlin. Ambitious ball, can Yedlin get there?
And that's the thing as well. Like, obviously, people get me mixed up. Obviously, they'd be like, "Are you Scottish?" It's like, no. No problem. I'll catch you in a bit.
Newcastle with the ball. Home fans feeling a bit restless at the moment.
Fuck off.
Pens in there, but they've been pushed back to the halfway line. 0-0. United still have it. Shelby through for Perez in a bit of room in the middle of the field. Oh, look to play in Gale.
Somebody said to me the last time, I sound Irish. Apparently, certain parts of my accent sounds Irish.
It is 5 at the back. It's like 5-4-1, isn't it? Bentner's isolated up there. Shelby, or what a pass that is between players outside of the right foot. Unfortunately, Gildray lets control it.
That's the make it again. He's going at 100 miles an hour. He doesn't need to be. He can just walk. But he's trying to take the ball at 100 miles an hour. Takes his eye off it. It just goes straight out of play. Great ball, Shelby, though.
Yeah, it was with the outside of his foot.
So did you make your burgers, did you?
Two players saw the run from deep from Yedlin. So the control wasn't there. Clark.
You cook them, the fucking, you take them out the box, the fucking big massive things, you fucking cook them up, it's just like really small, it's like, what the fuck?
Making a run, gets away from Dummett, goes down, referee doesn't hear anything, play on.
Good decision, good decision.
Could have bought that, but he didn't, and now he's had a push on the back of Gale, again the referee says no, Newcastle with it, wide right. Missing to BBC Newcastle, after a slow start, game's livened up. We await the first goal. Osborne there as Forrest knocked it forward, was played in down the line by Cash, and he challenged for the ball with Dummett. Went to the ground. And now it's a foul on Johan Gufran on the left wing. Newcastle free kick just past the halfway line. But for you, definitely not a penalty.
No. It was just a coming together. Two of them going full pelt came together. Referee got it right.
Here the 2,000 away fans finding their voice. Yedlin played in again by Ritchie, played back to the keeper along the ground by Eric Lehigh. Yedlin beats Lehigh in the air, and now Hayden turning it forwards, but Mansian steps out of defence. Square to Perkis, Polish international defender. Player down for Newcastle. Referee has stopped the game and is waving Newcastle's physio. I'm not sure if it was because he was had his hand on his head, Isaac Hayden. He's on his feet now though, he's actually alright. I'm not quite sure what the nature of the problem was, but obviously it's not terribly serious.
He looks alright now, doesn't he?
Yeah. Paul Dummett and Johan Gudbrand take the opportunity to have a drink. And so the game will be restarted. Second by the referee, who was at Chester against North Ferriby in the National League on Tuesday, Stephen Martin. It's gone back to Vladimir Stojkovic, the Forest keeper. And he plays it to Manson, who brings it away into Newcastle's half. 0-0, BBC Newcastle, 20 minutes gone. Osborne, Kasami, challenged by Perez, free kick in the centre circle. Free kick was taken quickly, and it was passed to Johan Gudbrand. The referee's made Forest do it again. Or he's making them do it again, they haven't done it yet.
Ball was moving as well.
Yeah, and they're sending Perkis forward, Mills as well. Lansbury, a joint top scorer with 6 goals, along with Britisson Malonga and Apostolos Velios.
No.
Bench. Riven with his right foot for Mills round the back, just can't bring it down. That's the ball they've looked for a couple of times. Over the head of...
You're not too sure you want the centre back coming under that type of ball.
Nothing.
It's a drill ball and you want somebody who's got a little bit more better technique. Because he got there, Mills just couldn't get enough on it.
I bought an 18-inch pizza last night.
Taken, 0-0, Shelby. Clark.
I had everything.
Turns on the
Everything on it.
area. Here is Paul Dummett. Forest
It cost me £16.80 for the 18-inch pizza.
with a shot which more hit Carl Darlow than him saving, just sort of reacted, flicked his arm at it to get the ball away. Newcastle, Matt Ritchie with a...
No, it's just one.